Okay, so let's just read this. So Tony Mathis is in here. Obviously, Terry Lynn's Ken. The PI, Heather Cohen. Michaela. Okay, R is Rhonda, a.k.a. Michaela. She's named Rhonda in these texts. P is Heather Cohen. All right, are you following me? P is Heather Cohen. You know, the whole girl that had the show on Discovery. And R is Rhonda, a.k.a. Michaela. I think Jules is in here. Seth, Tony Mathis, you can see. But this is what we have to look at. Now, listen,
Hey,
this is
Cooter
where
Clippers.
this is where it's fucked. Crimson, look at the date. Look at the date. Terry Lynn
Hey,
was
Cooter
in
Clippers.
the group fucking text with Mathis and Jules. They were all, because you know what's weird? Last night, remember I played one of those first lives from Tony, and it was May 10th. It was May the 10th. This was May 7th, 2024. So Rhonda Michaela. This is Terry Lynn's Kin releasing this on Queens on May 10th. That Chris Proudfoot would not work with him. All right, here we go. May 10th, 2024.
I'm side-eyeing them. I'm side-eyeing them. And, you know, he's been spot on with that. I mean, you can't continue in my position to protect a guy that doesn't deserve to be protected. He's hung himself. He's brought this on himself. And, you know,
Talking
those
about
of you
Chris.
that were out here that were upset at me because I was trying to keep the peace, I get it. I hope you'll understand I was doing a job, but there's no protection anymore. If you guys want to go all in on him, you do what you want to do, because there is no partnership anymore. It's over. It's done. That Chris Proudfoot had with one of our PIs, and that phone call was recorded. It was shared within a few members of our team, and somehow or another it got out, and it was not released by either one of our PIs. Let me be very clear on that. It was not released by me, obviously, because it destroyed everything that I'd been working to build. But what happened is, you guys remember, I'm sure, that Web Sleuth interview where it turned into a train wreck, and Chris was on there, Chloe, the PI, was on there. He was attacking her. She talked about, you know, some documents that she hadn't released. Chris got mad about that. He was on the phone with Heather, our PI, and he was calling Chloe everything but a white woman.
Seems to. So let's read. Rhonda Michaela. This is at 5:27 a.m. I'd just like to take a private moment between us all to clear the air a bit. I only went on T-Rev's live Sunday night because it was abs. I don't know. I'm missing some shit. Oh, no. Because it was abs something and it's cut off. There's also 2 or 3 Proud Feet homes in Connecticut, as well as a church and 4 vehicles, all in their names. There is a pilot truck stop that is consistently full of their tractor trailer gang supporters and their kidnapping, pedophile praising, dark Jesus loving religious groups. They have Zoom meetings regularly with the Bowersocks, to my knowledge, have made silent threats towards Trevor Lee and Smiley. And they will only get more dangerous the closer y'all get to Sebastian. So walk in peace and stay vigilant. And if there's And if there's a need to report them to LE, I already have pulled some of their background reports and am more than happy to pass them along. I've also found myself very deep in an extremely dark web of interconnected people who are, without a doubt, carrying out some sort of organization. So if anyone would like to pick that up and finish it off, that's cool. If not, I will gladly finish what I started and shut this whole world down. Is she like a QAnon, like paranoid person? What in the actual hell? Last thing. There was a meeting to happen with Senator Marcia today, where she is very likely to expedite search warrants. She thought a senator was going to expedite search warrants. She is very likely to expedite search warrants, which could also potentially help speed up Sebastian's return, as well as closing of the active CPS case. Just let Jules know if you're still wanting her to proceed with this or not. What the freak? I don't have 3 of the numbers saved in this chat. This is an inappropriate message to receive. I don't know what fake names you're referring to. Please remove me from this. PI for Seth. I'm not even sure who is sending these messages. I'm very confused. Okay, I know who this is now. Michaela. Anyone and everyone who steps into the spotlight in this case gets attacked. Every one of us has been. What? They were saying this on May 7th? If I would have known your plan to step into the spotlight, I would have advised against it. I understand that you care about Sebastian. That's fine. But your support for Seth would have been better served out of the public eye. Now you will be subjected to the tragedy pimps and all of the bottom feeder minions that take pleasure in ripping people apart. Because that's the nature of the beast. All I can say is hold on tight, because it's going to be one hell of a ride. They'll dig up every piece of dirt they can find and then some. Best of luck to you. Heather. That's Heather Cohen. What? This is Heather Cohen? Okay, I know who this is now. Michaela, anyone and everyone who steps in the spotlight in this case gets attacked. Every one of us has been. If I would have known your plan to step in the spotlight, I would have advised against it. I understand that you care about Seth and Sebastian. That's fine, but your support for Seth would have been better served out of the public eye. What? Now you will be subjected to the tragedy pimps and all the bottom feeder minions that take pleasure in ripping people apart. They'll dig up every piece of dirt they can find and then some. Best of luck to you, Heather. And then Rhonda says, this is Michaela, Tony, Seth, Heather, Chloe. Chloe was in it too. Heather didn't come out on Web Sleuths. She came out on Surviving the Survivor. This was 1 year ago. She was on Surviving the Survivor. Hold on. She was on there April the 16th, announcing. Here, I'll show you. This is the one where she vaped on cam. Yep. Right here. Watch.
I would have my mic muted because my dog was barking. Yes, I am.
It was so unprofessional. And she's been on TV. She's been on Discovery for her own show.
Tell us a little bit more.
Well, to be honest, I was wanting to hide, in the shadows for a little bit, but what I understand, I believe that the sheriff gave a statement to Channel 2 today that there have been 2 private investigators hired. And so the cat's out of the bag. Myself, and there is another private investigator also has been officially hired. And so, yeah.
And are you hired, if I can ask, by Sumner County? Is that who hired you?
No, I am hired by the biological father. And again, I didn't want that to be known publicly, but the cat's out of the bag. Everybody knows. So there's really no reason to hide it at this point.
Well, so you're hearing it here for the first time. Heather Cohen's firm, Justice Warriors, now working in an official capacity, hired by Seth Rogers. It just goes to show.
Justice Warriors. It's a show like Dog the Bounty Hunter. It's a show like Dog the motherfucking Bounty Hunter.
So is it time to try pinning the mom, Katie Proudfoot, against the father, Chris Proudfoot, with a time-limited bluff about the first one gets the deal kind of thing? Are we at that point yet where you've got to pressure one side or the other?
Well, no, I don't. I'm not at that point. I've only been working this case for 2 days. So I don't know where law enforcement are at with it. But I'm.
So she was only on for a couple days, right? So that means she came in on or about April 14th. Remember, Seth said he signed an engagement letter with, quote unquote, those people weeks before Tony actually came on the scene. So weeks before Tony actually came on the scene would put us at a bing bong right around April the 16th.
New private investigator that put out a new statement basically saying that they are now stepping down. Tony, did you have anything to do with this?
Well, it wouldn't be credible if it came from me. Ask Seth that question.
100% guilty. I want to bring somebody in, and then people want to turn around and in the group, well, Tony's doing this, Tony's doing that. Well, I sent the engagement letter with these people 3 weeks before I even started talking to Tony.